Hey guys, Martini Man here. I am bringing you an updated video on classes for Modern Combat 4. So let's get started. So for my first loadout, I have the support class with the Eufia PSD2. This is a really great gun. It's probably the most used gun in the game, other than the Charbtech. Oh, sorry about that. I put on a silencer because it says it doesn't do anything but bring the accuracy down, but I'm pretty sure it gets kills with less bullets. It seems like it adds more damage. I put on this sight because it brought everything up and just brought the mobility down a little bit. I mean, not everything, but a lot of things, and I just like it. That's basically preference, whatever you like. I think this is the stock that it starts out with. I just didn't spend any more money on the stock because it really doesn't need it. The handling is really good already, and I added this grip here, the TAC 2, which just brings up handling and range, I think, and just brings down mobility a little bit. Not a big deal. So yeah, that is my primary weapon for this class. My secondary is the Jolt, which is all around like probably the best secondary in the game, but you basically have to put a heavy muzzle brake on it because it adds a little bit of stealth, and two, it brings up the handling way a bunch. If you don't have this on, it's almost impossible to land hits on people. I put this same tactical hollow sight on here just because I like it, and it brought everything up and didn't bring much down. The same grip. This is pretty much the best grip in the game out of the three. It usually works the best, brings the most stuff up, and I put JHP rounds, which are kind of like FMJ from MC3. They're the only bullet that brings up the damage, and basically put those on all your submachine guns and all your secondaries. They're probably the best bullets. So yeah, that's it for my secondary. For perks, right now I'm only ranked 25, like 3rd prestige, I think. So I have the duty calls, which increases your zone capture speed, which is super helpful. So if you're playing warfare or zone control, it makes it way faster when you are capturing it, speeds it up a lot. And improve airstrike, just I think duty calls is better. I haven't bought anything for rank 20 yet because I was just saving money up for other stuff, and I don't think that it's really needed to have more grenades or bigger explosion. But if you are looking for something, I definitely do the grenade belt. I just think it's better than having a little bit bigger explosion. I think it's better. For 30, which I'm not there yet, I have sensor bot, which is pretty helpful if you want to like keep a certain zone or something, or your flag on capture the flag, or put it in an enemy spawn point or something, just so you know when people are there if you don't have radar, and then you can kind of keep an eye on it and go over there and kill them if people spawn there. And then for 40, tactical mask is pretty helpful, so you don't get blind and crippled from the grenades and stuff. That helps a lot, so that you because those I don't know if it's the stun grenades or the flashbangs, but those really do actually quite a bit of damage if you get flashed by one of those. It's hard to move and walk for a little bit. So yeah, that's... Oh, and then military support. I just got the 3 kills recon aircraft, which is just really nice after 3 kills to get that. Airstrike, I picked this because, one, it's only 7 kills, so you get it more often, and it's pretty much a guaranteed kill every time. Only like once I've called it in and not gotten a kill. And a lot of times you get doubles or triples with it. It's so much better than the airstrike in Modern Combat 3. And then these ones, they're only there for 20 seconds. Both times I've gotten these, as you can see, I haven't bought them, but I've got them from care packages. They've gotten me like maybe 1 assist or nothing at all, because they spawn on a really weird place on the map and they don't get much kills, in my opinion. And then the bomber, just because I like that, because it brings back the feeling of the nuke in MC3, where you try and get the most kills, the military sport with the most kills. Just kind of is a pretty cool feat. And it was artillery strike. I've seen people haven't been very successful with it. Doesn't get them many kills. EMP seems kind of pointless to me, so I just went with the bomber. Okay, so my second one is my stealth class with the sniper. Basically, your sniper is preference. I have both these unlocked. I kind of switch around. This one's really nice if you just want to be able to, since it's semi-auto, it has a pretty fast fire rate. If you just want to kind of unload bullets onto people across the map, and it's usually about a 3-shot kill, 2 shots if you're getting headshots. I never used any attachments for this except maybe the scope. I think I put on drop compensator just for a different scope because it brought up the range a little bit because it doesn't have full range. But then I bought the 1-shot kill sniper for quick scoping, which if you don't know what that is, there's lots of tutorials on YouTube how to do it. Maybe I'll make one sometime. It's where you aim down your sights and instantly press the fire button and then press run button, and it cancels out the reload. It's like a little glitch where you don't have to reload. And this gun is usually a 1-shot kill, not like MC3 where it was every time if they're farther away. Since this game accounts for bullet drop, the bullet loses damage as it's flying through the air, and it gets so sometimes it's 2 shots kill, which does kind of stink to reload, but it's pretty easy to deal with. And so for that, I just have the drop compensator again. No other attachments because there's nothing to bring the damage up or anything. So that's for my primary. My secondary, again, I have the Jolt with all the same attachments from the one before. Oh yeah, I forgot about grenades. For my first class 2, I use the Incendiary. This is probably one of the best grenades in the game. It's almost a guaranteed kill if it lands anywhere near them. I've gotten tons of triples and doubles with it. It's just a great grenade overall. If you're running low on your clip and you just throw that into a pile of people, you'll usually get a few. It's so much better than the Incendiary in MC3. So for perks here, so I have the stealth class, and so for perks I use Opportunism. So deal double damage against crippled, blind, or stunned targets. That I don't really use that much for this class because I have the Incendiary, but for my other stealth class, which you'll see in a bit, I have the stun grenade, so that's pretty good. It does double damage when they're stunned. But you know, if other people stun the enemies, this helps. And then proximity mine is really good, actually. If you want to go to a good sniping spot and you don't want someone to come up behind you easily, you can place down a mine, and it's just pretty helpful. And then for 30, which it's not unlocked yet, I have martial arts, which this is so overpowered, but it's pretty fun sometimes to make people really angry and rage quit. Is you get like a pistol, so you can run around really fast, and you just run around, and right when you come up to people, it automatically knifes them, so you don't have to do anything. And I've gone like 15-1 on battle games using only this. I might do a gameplay with that sometime when I unlock it again. Yeah, it's pretty fun, but I have to say it's a little noobish. It's super overpowered. Then for 40, I use active camouflage. Just that's kind of the whole point of stealth, is to not be seen, so you don't show up on radar, and the aircraft can't detect you, and neither can sensors. Paragon Senses looks pretty cool, actually, to get an alert when someone's aiming at you, but I just think active camouflage just outweighs it. I might get a number 6 loadout and try that sometime, but for now I would go with that. Same military supports as I have the same military supports for every class. So my third one is kind of like my rage ponage class if I really want to do really good in a game. So the Charb Tech is probably the other best gun in the game. It's actually probably overpowered. If you put the right attachments, if you put this grip, the TAC 2 to bring up the handling, and the tactical muzzle brake, it becomes actually pretty manageable with the handling. And any sight, I put holographic, just basically preference. And then I put the carbon stock, and those basically, it has super high damage. It's like 5 bullets for a kill if you're at medium to close range. It's really good gun. Same thing for I have the Jolt as my secondary, all the same attachments. Incendiary grenade again, since that's just a really good grenade for rushing and stuff. Yeah, this is like my intervention class where you rush. See, specializes in offense and catching enemies off guard. For perks, I have sharpshooting, which the enemy's crippled. That's actually pretty good. I don't like when I get shot by people with this perk because your vision kind of like has that little off-centered foggy type thing, so it actually works pretty well. For 20, if you want something, again, I'd go grenade belt. because it's not too often that you get headshotted. Integrated radar is what I have for 30. This is really overpowered also. It's just an awesome perk in my opinion, where you can see enemies will be highlighted on the battlefield. I'll do a gameplay with that sometime. So like you can see people like through buildings across the map, and it's just a huge advantage. For 40, I definitely do athleticism, which is just good to have. You can run faster, you can escape faster, catch up to people faster. So yeah, those are my perks. Same military supports again. Then my fourth one is my shotgun class, which is my Volkov 12, which is a really awesome gun. It has an actually really good medium range for a shotgun. Only attachments I have are a TAC-2 grip, like I said, best grip in the game, and extended mags, so you have 20 rounds, so for people fairly far away, it's a lot easier. Yeah, and then I just have a carbon stock, just to bring up the, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to have that up. I have the carbon stock with, so it brings up the handling, pretty nice. And yeah, I didn't put a sight yet. I'm thinking about buying this, because I've seen in other videos that looks pretty good with this gun, but for now I just don't have a sight at the moment. For my secondary, I put the OPS, just for a little variety on the secondary. This was what I got before the Jolt, and not as good as the Jolt, but sometimes I think it's a little more accurate. It's just sometimes fun to use. So yeah, I just have the JHP rounds again, and then the tactical hull sight and the TAC-2 grip, and the standard muzzle. Same thing again, intervention. I just have the sharpshooting. I'd get grenade belt if you 120, integrated radar and athleticism. And same military supports. And then my last class is in my other stealth class, my assault stealth class with the Euphoria. So as you can see, I have a silencer, which is obviously you need that for stealth, and all the same things as my first Euphoria class. My secondary, I put the Black Mamba for now, until I can save up some for this, because as you can see, this has a really high mobility, and this doesn't have that high, but it's probably the other fastest gun to run around with. So the reason I have that is, so one, you don't really need another automatic secondary weapon when you have the Euphoria. So I put this so that when I get to rank 30 here in 5 more ranks, I can have the martial arts perk, and I can get that out and run around really fast and knife people like a noob, but it's just fun to do sometimes. So also, as you can see, I have opportunism and proximity mine. So I put opportunism on this one because I have the stun grenade. So it just stuns and damages enemy in the blasts. So when it damages the enemy and you have double damage on the enemy, it doesn't take many bullets for a kill. So yeah, and just the same military supports again. That's basically it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this helped you out. You can check out my other video of best classes for another shotgun class that I made earlier. Sometimes that I switch around with that shotgun class because it's fun to use. But for now, this is getting to be a pretty long video. So yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.